People ask me, what is a learning workflow? And a simple answer, a learning workflow is a sequence of activities to achieve a learning goal, which is typically a change in behavior. So if you want people to do things differently, that is, you want a change in behavior, you will need a learning workflow. Now, in most organizations, there are two primary reasons that drive investment of time and money into learning initiatives. One reason is to improve performance. That is, people need to start doing their jobs in different ways in order to execute the organizational strategy more effectively. The other primary reason is compliance, where it's necessary to ensure that all the right boxes are ticked under the watchful eye of the various regulators. What we also must remember is that when we're doing compliance training to tick those boxes, we want people behaving in line with the regulations and any other requirements relating to their job. So even when we are training for compliance, we should still be looking to ensure the right behaviors. Now, clearly, if learning initiative does not result in behavior change, it's probably failed to achieve what the various stakeholders wanted. If you want your learning initiatives to be successful, they must include a learning workflow. It's rare that you will achieve behavior change in any other way. So just think for a moment how behavior changes. Even better, think back to how you changed the way you did something and got good at the way you're doing it in the new way. And now it's habitual. Now you just do it that way without thinking. The change probably started when you realized that you wanted to do something different, or you wanted to experiment, or you were incentivized to make some kind of a change. Whatever there was some kind of initiation of it. And then you went through a process of finding out information, learning what you needed to learn, trying it out one way or another until you found a way that worked for you. Then you practiced it, then you improved it. And you did that with repetition and maybe getting feedback from others, noticing the results you got. So these could be a few short steps for a simple change to lots and lots of steps over a long period for a more complex change. Whatever the change in behavior, you went through a step-by-step process to achieve it. Now, sometimes you think about that process and what you need to do next. Other times it just seems to happen like a natural progression. It's just kind of normal. But in every case, there's a process which consists of a number of steps. So behavior change requires a step-by-step process that takes place over time. Now, when you design a process with a sequence of steps and a defined end goal, you're talking about a workflow. If the end goal is behavior change, we can call it a learning workflow. So let's go back to our first question. What is a learning workflow? Actually, an analogy might be useful here. Think of the sat-nav in your car. You enter a destination and the AI in the sat-nav designs for you a step-by-step set of instructions to get from where you are to your destination. Now, you could just start driving randomly without the sat-nav or even an old-fashioned map, or even start heading north if you know roughly where your destination is north of where you are. But these are both ineffective and inefficient when compared to a properly designed workflow to take you step by step to where you want to be. The same applies when we have behavioral change as a destination. We need to design a set of step-by-step activities that will take place over time to assist and enable someone to change their behavior from what they're doing currently to what we want them to do instead. You could even think of yourself as a travel agent designing a holiday journey for a client. You first have to understand your client's goals for their holiday, and then you can design a journey with the appropriate activities, experiences, stopping off points, mode of transport, and so on. And that brings us to how you can actually create a learning workflow. Much like the travel agent, you need to first find out the goals required by the stakeholders. Start with the business goals and then work backwards from there to the set of behaviors that are required in order for people to perform in a way that achieves those business goals. You need to uncover the behavioral destination. Now, when you've agreed on that behavioral destination and a way to measure when it's been achieved, you start designing the step-by-step activities that learners will take to make their journey. Now, have a look at my ebooks for more detailed pointers and tips on designing learning workflows. It's far too much to get into that just here in this short video. So when you do implement a learning initiative using a learning workflow, you are far more likely to achieve behavior change and the resulting performance improvements. Now, when you do that, your stakeholders will be happy, you improve your reputation, and yes, also the brand of learning and development. You are seen as providing performance solutions that work rather than training solutions that often don't make that much difference. Here's how we can help you do that. We can guide you through the process of behavioral needs analysis and internal diagnostics, and then you can get real clarity on your behavioral and performance outcomes. Then we can help you design and implement your learning workflow. If you want to scale this up to more than a few users, you're probably going to need digital help. Now, our learning workflow platform can help you scale this from tens of users to thousands for different initiatives like onboarding, management and leadership, the so-called soft skills, certification and assessment, and many more. So do get in touch and we can share some useful ideas that will help you succeed.